of a vicious stabbing in Walton is speaking out tonight, sharing her story of survival. Thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Templeman.
And I'm Renee McCullough. She says it was her ex-boyfriend who stabbed her more than a dozen times and says she would have died if it weren't for the help of complete strangers.
As KEZI 9 News reporter Michael Severin shows us, she wants her alleged attacker to pay.
Adrienne Wurts says it was her abusive ex-boyfriend that stabbed her over a dozen times, and she hopes that justice is served.
I fought and I fought and I fought.
42-year-old Adrienne Wurts of Florence says on Sunday night she fought for her life outside the Walton store. Her hands covered in stitches she says she got after grabbing the blade of the knife when her ex-boyfriend stabbed her.
Just kept going and he said, yeah, you are gonna die.
She says she went to the Walton store to meet her ex-boyfriend David Lucius so she could get the title of her car from him. But Wurts says when he went to give her a hug, he started stabbing her. Over a dozen stab wounds in all.
All that kept going through my mind is I didn't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. But if I do, please, I want to go to heaven. I don't want to, I thought I was.
But just when she thought her life was about to end, she says a complete stranger tackled Lucius. And other bystanders put pressure on her stab wounds until first responders arrived. She credits them for saving her life.
I know I'll never see him again, but I'm just ever so grateful because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. They came just in time.
Wurts says she lost a lot of blood and says the stab wound punctured her lungs. Lucius was later arrested near the California border and is now facing attempted murder charges. She hopes he spends the rest of his life behind bars.
He needs to go to prison, and he needs to stay there until he dies. Unfortunately, that's how I feel.
Adrienne tells me she's expected to be released from the hospital on Friday. She says she may have trouble breathing and moving her fingers for the rest of her life, but says the mental injuries will never heal. In Springfield, I'm Michael Severin, KEZI 9 News.